Hello everyone, welcome to another Super Mario Galaxy 3 speculation video. If you want to see the first two videos, there will be a card in the corner of the screen. Today we're going to be talking about some possible bosses that could be present in the game. These videos have been getting lots of support, and I will keep making them as long as you guys want me to. I will also be taking input from you guys as well in the comments on my last videos and this one for future videos like these. Now without further ado, let's speculate the bosses in Super Mario Galaxy 3. Bosses. There are some of the characters in the game that makes it, well, a game. Bosses are, in my opinion, one of the best parts in the platforming video game. In Zelda, there's Ganon, in Mario there's Bowser, and in Metroid there's Ridley. These are all recurring bosses in their franchises. And also in all these games, there are bosses that we haven't seen in a very long time, or bosses that could be in a future game that could add variety to the character lineup. One boss that we haven't seen in a while is Petey Piranha from Super Mario Sunshine. I've seen him in Mario Kart and other spin-off titles in the Mario series. Have you seen him in a main Mario title recently? Not that I can think of. Now, we have gotten Dino Piranha and Pee-wee Piranha in the first Galaxy games, but those don't really count. If Nintendo includes Petey Piranha in one of the first levels of SMG3, then it would still continue the trend of having Petey Piranha-based enemies at the start of the game. For Petey Piranha's moveset, he could throw mud balls like in Mario Sunshine, and perhaps Mario could spin attack the mud balls and deflect them back at Petey Piranha. He can also use his leaves as weapons and cause tornadoes with them as well. In Smash Bros. Brawl, he would jump up in the air and then ground pound back to the arena. It would be really cool to combine his movesets from different games and also add in some new attacks. This would be a really cool boss to see in the Boss Rush or Master Modes I mentioned in my previous Galaxy 3 speculation video. Overall, I think that Petey Piranha being a boss at least somewhere in the Super Mario Galaxy 3 is definitely very likely. Now for a more obscure boss, Tonga the alien from Super Mario Land would be really cool. This idea was suggested by Signor S in the comments of my other Galaxy 3 video. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Man, I'm realizing that there's going to be a lot of plugs for that video. But anyway, this is an amazing idea I would have never thought of. Tonga has only appeared once in the Mario franchise, and that was way back in 1989. Since this is a beloved game by lots of Mario fans, this could be possible as well. Now let's talk about his moveset. First of all, we need to establish an arena. Since this is a 2D boss that only appeared once over 30 years ago, this could be a little difficult for Nintendo to recreate in Super Mario Galaxy 3. What I think would be cool is if this boss was located in a desert temple, like in Super Mario Land. The Tonga would obviously be in the spaceship and would shoot cannonballs. As you defeat him, he could shoot more and more cannonballs faster and faster. But how would you defeat him? Well, this is kind of a difficult question to answer. I guess the two ways that I can think of are, 1, getting in your own spaceship, just like in Super Mario Land, for an epic Metroid-type battle, and 2, just jumping onto Tonga's ship 5 times, which isn't as exciting. Signor S also suggested that Tonga could be the main antagonist. This would be really cool to see. Another boss, or bosses, could be the Koopalings. I kind of touched on this in the other video, but I'll go into more detail here. While this would be really cool to see, the Koopalings have never been in a 3D Mario game before. This means that Nintendo might need to create new character models. I'm saying might because I don't know much about programming video games. It could be a cakewalk for Nintendo to do. But anyhow, Nintendo could order the Koopalings in a unique way, like having Morton in World 1, or if they don't do Worlds and do something similar to Mario Odyssey, have Morton be in the first area or kingdom. But other than that, the Koopalings would be pretty much the same. The only difference would be that they're in 3D. One more boss idea. Okay, first off, does anyone remember the UFO in the first Super Mario Galaxy? The one that takes away Peach's castle? Well, that UFO can make a return, because it kind of just went away. Before I say how it went away, spoiler warning for anyone who hasn't seen the end of Super Mario Galaxy. Let's just say the ending is weird. Okay? 3, 2, 1. So at the end of Super Mario Galaxy, Bowser's Galaxy Reactor goes supernova. So it expands and then implodes on itself. But instead of just exploding outwards, it turns into a black hole that decimates Bowser's airship and sucks in everything in the surrounding area. The Lumas then sacrifice themselves and stop the black hole. Then it turns into a funnel tornado thing, and then that explodes. Then we see a cutscene where Rosalina explains to Mario that the universe goes through cycles and that not every cycle repeats itself in quite the same way. We then see the majority of the characters back on the planet where the Mushroom Kingdom is, and then Mario says, "Welcome, new galaxies." But what's weird is that Bowser and his minions are in the Mushroom Kingdom, but the UFO is nowhere to be found. Well, what if, in this cycle of the universe that Mario Galaxy 3 takes place in, the UFO actually does exist, and is either a normal boss or the real final boss after you defeat Bowser, and most likely Giant Bowser? Let's take a look at his moveset. Now, this is a good one. If we look at the UFO, it has 3 red points on its underside. These could perhaps be used for laser attacks or something. We don't really know much about the UFO's moveset since we never see it attack anything. However, we do see the red points change from red to yellow while the airships are carrying away Peach's castle. This could mean that the UFO is controlling the airships. So during the battle, the UFO could control a fleet of airships, and to damage him, you need to jump from airship to airship, taking out enemies as you go, until finally you defeat all enemies on the last airship. And as you stay on the airship, the UFO is firing lasers at you. To damage him, you need to possibly use an item you find in the level, or a new mechanic that's completely new to Super Mario Galaxy 3, since the spin attack is definitely not strong enough to deflect an attack of that magnitude. The spin attack would still be in the game, obviously, but maybe once you get to the final world, you unlock an even more powerful form of the spin attack. But after you use it, it takes longer to recharge. You need to hit it 5 times in order to defeat it, and there could be a very cinematic ending, just like the original Super Mario Galaxy. And that's about it for today's video. I think that fighting the UFO would be a great ending to the trilogy and a very epic one as well. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. See you guys in the next video. Bye.